Welcome back, dear students. Now, if you remember, dear students, in our last couple of modules, or maybe around 4-5 modules, we have discussed the theory of potentiometer. How does it work? What are the applications by which I can use potentiometer? Yes, there were 3 basic applications. First one was to find the ratio of EMFs using individual cell method. Second one was, yes dear students, second one was to find the ratio of EMF using combination method, and the third one was to find the internal resistance of EMF. Now we have already seen that there are some precautions that needs to be taken place, dear students, for finding the Wheatstone meter bridge. Same is the concept here, that there are some precautions that we are going to use, dear students, to find the values using the concept of potentiometer. So those precautions needs to be taken care well ahead before performing the experiment. So let's try to analyze. Yes dear students, the diagram that is depicted to you here is actually how my potentiometer looks like. Yes, there is a wooden board. Can you see the wires attached there? Yes, you can see the rheostat, you can see the ammeter, the galvanometer. Yes, ammeter is used to measure the current. The galvanometer is used to tap the jockey and to find the null deflection. Yes, can you see those 3 different boxes? Yes, and they are nothing but the EMFs E1 and E2, and the larger block is actually the rheostat that we are going to use. So E1 and E2 are the EMFs that we are going to compare. The larger block is the EMF, that is the driving potential applied to me, and the adjacent to that block is nothing but the rheostat. Now what are the precautions I am going to take? The first precaution is the EMF of my driver cell, that we say to be E, should be greater than the EMF that I am going to compare. Now, we used to take 2 EMFs for comparison, so your E should be greater than E1 as well as your E should be greater than E2. But in our second method, in combination of cell, your E should be greater than E1 plus E2. So this is the first thing that you are supposed to remember. So always choose the value of your driver cell to be greater than the EMFs which is respectively compared, and also take care that if you are going for combination method, then your E should be greater than E1 plus E2. Perfect. The second point that you are going to consider is, during your combination method, in case 1, the positive terminal was due to the cell assisting each other. Yes, that was E1 plus E2. So that positive terminal should be connected to the potentiometer wire. So the positive terminal of E1 and E2 together should be connected to the potentiometer wire. That means at point A. Yes, perfect. Now dear students, moving ahead, needless to say that always try to keep the potentiometer wire to be of uniform length and of uniform resistance. And the potentiometer wire should have a very high resistance. Perfect. Now, there is a note, dear students. What you are supposed to remember is that in combination method, the positive terminal of the combination means the positive terminal of E1 plus E2. That is we know, dear students. But which one? Yes, that has to be of the greater EMF. So if I say that E1 is of 5 volts and E2 is of 2 volts. So E1 plus E2 is actually 7 volts, but the positive terminal of the greater EMF, that is of 5 volts battery, should be connected to the wire at point A. Yes, if you remember that wire AB was connected in the potentiometer board. Yes, so at that point the positive terminal of your greater EMF should be connected. And the last thing what you are supposed to remember is that the potentiometer can also be used to measure voltage, because it behaves like an ideal voltmeter. So that's it for this module. Stay tuned for the upcoming modules. Thank you.